and it's a very fun scene, and I wish his character had more time to develop, and I wish he was actually funny in this. Because I like Ben Stiller, but he is actually funny of a character, I think, in his movies and in real life. Because he's just like so weird, and I feel like they got these comedians, and the guy who plays Captain Amazing. I don't think he's a comedian. I think he's just a regular actor, but he is having fun in the role. That's the problem with everyone else. No one's having fun in the role. No one's making it their own thing. They're just playing it straight. Sure, there's comedic slapstick in the film, but the Captain Amazing is the only one that's hammering it up, giving the most cheesiest, hilarious performance that actually comes across as actually comedic. Like. I was sad when he died because he was the only thing that I loved about this film. It makes me want to watch this film over again. I mean, why couldn't he just let him live? Because I actually loved him because he's the only character I loved. I mean, yeah, I like the girl, but I don't love her, the bowler, because she's not funny. They don't give her anything funny to do or say. Same goes for all other Ben Stiller on the Loser Squad. I'm going to call them Loser Squad because they don't acknowledge them that they're mystery, that the team is mystery men. And the third act, they just tease it of something else, make fun of. They save it for a joke instead of acknowledging it as mystery men, as in this thing was supposed to have a sequel, I'm guessing. That's usually what happens when people make fun of screw up the name intentionally or in the script. And this guy called the Forker is played by none other than Jeremy Iron. My God. He just had to sign up for this. I feel so bad for him. Well, at least he's now Alfred now in Batman v Superman and also in Justice League. So, okay, he made two good combo movies. And one god-awful and watchable one because the comic's so bad, it literally insane about it. It literally makes me want to upchuck on a sink or a toilet or anything or in my room. I don't care. I just want to. It just wants me try and hold the lunch down in my stomach. Don't think about the spirit corn because it'll just make you upchuck and vomit. And make you sick, literally. Okay, I'm recovering. Just breathe in and out and you'll feel settled in the stomach. Okay. So, and Spencer, when he's going to say what his real name is, he says his real name is not his real name for the first time. He says he fails to say he doesn't have any powers, and then his girlfriend backs him up because she sees that he's really the real deal and capable of being so much more than a regular person, and capable of being a legit superhero after seeing him kick the bad guy's ass all by himself. Well, people was trying to free Captain Amazing, and the group figure out that the Bowler figure out that he set his villain free for publicity. And Captain Amazing confesses, but says he didn't thought it through, okay? he says like that, okay, well, I didn't thought through. It was stupid. But this, get me out of this thing. I don't want to die, he says. And he starts losing his temper because he's scared. He's actually scared of dying. and how the guy who plays it, it comes across as very jerkish, but not to the point where it comes across unlikable. It's just funny and relatable how he approaches that to say these lines when he's on the edge of death, going to die in a minute now or a second, and trying to save his life only to accelerate the process. And it's pretty gruesome when you see him die. It's like more gruesome than it's the effects are terrible when it happens, but the it's more gruesome and then remember when in the first Indiana Jones movie when these the Nazis and one of the Nazis member face melted? It's more gruesome than that. And yeah, his face does melt, but in a much more gruesome fashion. And it doesn't look cartoony, it was more realistic than that. Than Indiana Jones film. It looks way too realistic how they pasted it, how they put it together. Looks way too realistic. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny or serious or what. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be funny, but it looks too real to be funny. It's just sad and disgusting when he dies. It's like, and nightmare fueling is so many words that I could say about this scene. It is awful. It's awful because the reason why I feel all these things because I actually loved him in this role. The guy who played him. I can't remember what his name. His name is. But he was good in this. As Captain Amazing, and I just felt bad that I felt bad that he had to die because he literally was the saving grace of this film. But they couldn't let me keep him alive. It's like the one character that I loved and I got kick out of every time he was on screen. You killed him off. Go sing about this film. Wow. But it's okay. The main bad guy gets killed off too when by Ben Stiller, and the Ben Stiller's team just stopped the device from taking over the world by the main bad guy. It stops the device from brainwashing people and taking over the world. Blah blah blah. That stuff. And happy ever after for our main heroes and Ben Stiller's girlfriend and Dean Brockettball and the Stills ain't. Oh, and also there's one part I found. There was this one part that I found. I also found this guy could have been really funny. All these characters, but the guy I'm about to talk about, I forget his name, but his superhero name. I don't really know. I know the guy who plays him looks familiar, but I don't think I recognize him because of the costume design. But so this is during the session when he's trained Ben Stiller's team to help be real superheroes, and they never get the hang of it until after training's over, because Ben Stiller decided to quit on the training, and then they went right into battle in the third act, and they got their act together and became competent. So there was this fight I thought was funny with this character is when Ben Stiller was like walking in hard cement shoes, and he asked the guy, "What's the point of me walking in these cement shoes?" And the guy in the with the cloak is that's training all these heroes, looking at Ben Stiller like what's wrong with him because he didn't told him to do that. He just says this line, straight face and everything like this. I didn't tell you to do that. And that's all the funniest things I can say about this film. That was the one funniest thing that I got. I got a kick out of that scene. My God, this film kind of broke my spirits in my mind a little bit because when I saw this in theaters in 1999, I would have been 2 then. Because it broke me. Not permanently, but temporarily it did. And yeah, it lasted for a while. More than one day. In a month. Lasted for probably almost probably a year. That broke me, and it took me a year to recover from this train wreck of a film. From seeing the first time that I did a stupid thing at the age of 19. I did a stupid thing, or I'm 23 now. I did the stupid thing in 2016, so I would have been younger than 19. 18. No, it's 17. This was when I was 17 in 2016. I did the stupid thing to say, well, the show looks fun and it looks funny and stuff. Why did I hate this film again? And then I remembered, oh my god, I remember why I hated this. I didn't know, I just didn't know what to do. This was before I made my YouTube show, so I couldn't make this video to talk about and get all of my negative feelings towards this movie out of there. So it just pissed me off more because. And then I looked at the Flaming Carrot comment and on an audiobook on YouTube, and I realized, and then I remembered this. I really remember this comic now, the Flaming Carrot. I love this comic one because it made me laugh. You know, I mean. Maybe last like the first two Kick-Ass films, and there's going to be a third one right now being worked in development. I googled it, saying there's going to be a third Kick-Ass movie by Chloe Grace Moretz, who plays Hit Girl, and the first two is not going to return. As far as I know, maybe she'll change her mind. I hope she changes her mind because I loved her as a girl. I loved all of the cast and the first two Kick-Ass from the roles they played. So I hope. For the best, this film, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is I think the Flaming Carrot comics have as much heart and as much thought and effort and as much comedy gold as David Chappelle or the first two Kick-Ass films together. To me, they're like the first two Kick-Ass films and David Chappelle's stand-up comedy merged together because he just didn't laugh that hard. And that's why I just gave this a 0 out of 10 and the middle finger to suck it movie to the movie. So I hate this movie. And I feel so good that I finally got my thoughts out of there. And this is why I love doing my YouTube show, because I can talk about all the movies and TV shows that I hated, that made my OCD up and filled me up with so much hate and anger and rage and violent rage and loud rage and all different kinds of level of rage and anger and hate. And I can just get it out there and feel more peaceful. Besides the trauma I went through as a kid. Yeah. So I give this a 0 out of 10. And double whammy on the middle finger. 2 middle fingers and a 0 out of 10. That's quite impressive. Yeah, this is the worst comic book movie ever released into theaters, next to Seth Rogen's The Green Hornet. But personally, I would watch Seth Rogen's The Green Hornet any day over this. And I really hate that film a lot. I'll watch any theatrical film that's a superhero film over this. That is bad and complete garbage in my opinion. And there's a lot of them, quite a few actually. Well, at least it feels like a lot, but this one is a 1 in a million pieces of shit. Dog shit. Elephant shit. Elephant shit. Dog shit been so overdone. Elephant shit. 1 in a million elephant shit this film is. I feel so good I can finally talk about my hatred to this film. I'm so glad I made this YouTube show. This was such a good idea, Miss Comer. And thank you and you and Ms. Shane for saying I should do a YouTube channel. And I just want to thank my dad for saying I should do a YouTube show. And want to thank myself because I wanted to do a YouTube show when I was 10. But Vinny and all except mom, which was Vinny and AJ, laughed at me, and they were all in the same room saying I would just be a terrible online career, but I sure showed those bastards. I still have some anger over that memory. But me and AJ worked it out. He apologized for saying mean things about me and scarring me, traumatizing me. And so we're good again. But I will not forget that horrible memory because that really broke my compass to a T. Top 100%. Probably, well, to a top. Somewhere in the top 5. Top 100, I mean. That's what I meant to say. Look, I don't try to, I know I can, and I'm sorry, Miss Cormier, for all the times I was too hard on the movies in school, like Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the first 2 My Girl movies, and Alan West Show. I was just hard on them because not because they were bad, because I wanted more from them. The reason why I didn't want more from them, I wanted more action, more violence in the Mortal Kombat films, and I wanted more of the romantic relationship between Macaulay Culkin and main girl of My Girl 1, Blossom. I want to see that be focused on, but they kill off when they share their first kiss, and it's pissed me off, you know. And I guess I kind of took my anger on My Girl too, because I still haven't gone over that thing that upset me about My Girl 1, and I like the animated Titanic films, okay? I found them cute as the James Cameron's one Titanic film. Sure, they took liberties with the source materials, but so did James Cameron. So, and if he can't get away with this, why can't animation get away with this? Because animation is just more absurd than than real life. So, and although Fox movie and Cheerleader's Autopsy and Last Airbender from 2010 by M. Night Shyamalan and Wayward Pines is one, I set those out to you to watch them to teach you a lesson. And I kind of was hoping that would break your spirits and maybe you will pay attention to analyzing movies under my rules more. So I might have gone more impatient because you know how Marvel, the MCU is? Other times I was getting kind of fed up with the MCU not always satisfying me with individual films. For each individual film, most times, even though I like them, they didn't always satisfy me completely, 100%. Homecoming doesn't count because that did. And there are others. I just don't want to make this video too long, so I don't want to list them all. And that's why I became... So that worked me up so much, I became too negative towards film. And now I gotta think... Now after getting that night, I had a mental break on the internet and expressed all of my anger and depression over the MCU, and that was built up over the years because, you know, Lighthouse didn't want me to talk about it, and Dad was getting fed up with me talking about it. So, I mean, get fed up in terms. I mean, they would tell me Dad was telling me he was getting sick of talking about because he told me, and Auntie Sue didn't want me to talk about it because she doesn't want to take it. And Auntie Sue, she was so convinced she knew more about movies than me because she's delusional. And I know more about movies than anyone on this goddamn planet wishes they know because I'm Jake Allen Graham, that's my full legal name. And I am a fucking world's greatest movie critic. And that's why I made this show. Another reason why I made this show, not just to prove I am just a joke, but I am damn good at it. So, yeah, I might be a joke, but I am better than any other movie critic that ever existed. So laugh at me as much as you want, but I am still going to review as many movies and shows as I want just to torture you bastards. With knowledge. My brain power. So, that is... Now I have explained my whole... Now, after getting all that anger out of me, I am a much more positive and enlightened, happy critic and more lighthearted critic. It just took me to say all those things and do several reviews in 1 month. 6 months. And not tired of them reviews, but basically the psychotic brace. Well, reviewing stuff are the same. Every movie in the MCU. It's so, and the rating system, my problem with it. Because, see, like, for example, there's people like Uncle Bob who don't believe in my dreams and think that these shouldn't come true because they think they're better than me. Because I think the rating system should be get rid of. What is a kid's film? Pretty much every film could be considered a kid film. There's like every film could be considered an adult film because just like every animation film could be considered an animation film. So I think you should get rid of because there's very weak difference with the rating system in terms of content. So I had a little bit of emotional wreck towards it and yelled and sweared and to explain my point. But here's the thing. Uncle Bob thinks that when I said I was thinking of getting rid of the rating system for movies, he thinks that I was stupid enough to stop voicing my opinion. Because he doesn't want me to voice my opinion. He just wants me to be fucking silent like a good little bitch. But he's a fucking bitch. Because he thinks that I was talking about giving my opinions on a thumbs down or thumbs up or 10 out of 10 or 0 out of 10 on movies. He thought I wasn't going to do that anymore because he thought every movie should be treated equally. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a fucking retard. I think I know better just because I'm older than you. Fuck you! And guess what? It's like I'm going to get more anger out because that's how I'm going. He thinks that the fact is that some kids shouldn't watch that there's just some fact that some kids shouldn't films that kids that's not allowed to watch. That's his opinion. That's not technically true. That's just his own fucking biased opinion. That's your fucking biased opinion, Uncle Bob. And I said suck on it and choke on it. You too, Auntie Sue. You too for thinking that. Because I remember you said kids shouldn't watch R-rated film, blah, blah, blah. Well, you like Ted. And I say, God damn it, Deadpool's one of the best romantic comedies I've ever seen, and the best romantic comedies I've ever seen. The number one best romantic comedies I've ever seen. Damn it, in years. But wait, you said I don't like chick flicks when Deadpool is a chick flick, you sick. Oh, hypocrite.
Hello, Moto.
I'm doing a review, so I can't talk. So, who's the hypocrite now? Both of you are. Uncle Bob and Auntie Sue, you are hypocrites. Is the one thing I think can't understand more than lies are hypocrites. I can't stand hypocrites more than anything. More like just I can't stand hypocrites like I can't understand the rating system. Can't stand the rating system because it's censorship and hypocrisy. Oh, what is censorship? Well, it's basically like racism for movies, anyway. That's how I see it. But you can call me a fucking idiot. You can say I could kill myself, pull a gun to my head, I say, you first. And I'm glad guys thinks I don't like chick flicks because, I said chick flicks are basically this all girl films with all girl cast. But he just says when Harry Met started chick flicks. But Auntie Sue just considers Deadpool a dumb, a weird R-rated film. So that's when remember when you said Deadpool was weird, Miss Cormier? Yes, I remember that. I got pissed because you said that. Because Auntie Sue said that was weird, and then she said it sucked and wasn't funny and blah blah blah. Well, making fun of mentally disabled isn't funny either, or people with birth effects or people with disabilities isn't funny. What am I talking about, Auntie Sue? What do you think I'm talking about? The way we're back. That's the number one joke that they constantly hammer in your face, and you were laughing at every single one, you horrible person. So, I got worked up. I don't hate Auntie Sue or Uncle Bob. I'm just fed up with people thinking that they're more knowledge of me. It was one single fine detail when it comes to the movie industry, when it comes to Hollywood, where all the movies and TV shows are made and aired. So I'm a bit of an obsessive nut is what I am. And I love it. Wait, I love that. I'm